So I'm going to, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mayor Bob Neff. We have Councilman Gilmore over here who's come out, and Bob Sickles, of course, and Bonnie Akey, our Environmental Commission Chair. I'm going to be very brief, trust me, but I want to make absolutely sure that you all know, all of you volunteers out there who worked on this garden, how much we appreciate this, extraordinary addition to the town. It's wonderful. I garden myself. For those of you who garden, you plant a Jersey tomato and you reap your harvest in August, and it's like a slice of heaven. That August tomato ruins you for any tomato you're going to have for the rest of the year. And you get down on your hands and knees and you plant this stuff, and again, you're a little closer to heaven, I think. It's just good for the soul to get in there and plant. And so I think, frankly, we've got a little slice of heaven right here in Little Silver, and it's thanks to all of you guys who put in so much work. You have Bonnie, Susan. I ran into Susan in the A&P parking lot the other day, and she was just covered head to toe in dirt. And she's here, and she's. I'm sorry, but you were beautiful because you know what? This is it, right? This is what you were doing, right, Susan? And filling the ADA plots, and I can't say enough. I'm so thankful for what you've all done. Yeah, it's real work. It's real hard work, and it doesn't happen without volunteers who are very often not thanked and should be, just stepping it up and doing the work. And this town benefits by all of that. So thank you all for what all of you have done. I see so much. If I start naming names, I'm going to get myself in huge trouble.
Don't worry, I'll name it.
Okay, good. So with that, thank you all for coming. I'm really looking forward to gardening here. I hope you all are too. It's a wonderful spot, a great addition to town. Bob Sickles.
Super. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
So, like Bob said, there's a lot of people to thank, and Bonnie's going to do most of that, but a lot of thanks to Bonnie. Bonnie, Susan, Mayor and Council, there's a lot of people that make sure things get done in town. And I've been watching that all my life, having lived here all my life. I think the community garden is it's a beautiful thing. This is the last little piece of property that was my family's farm, for 300 years. So for 300 years, this property has been producing fruits and vegetables and all kinds of things for people to eat and enjoy. It's so nice to see the part of that still remains, and it'll be a continued agricultural heritage here. So I know that, my dad is so happy about it, and all my relatives, those, that are not here and those that are past, I'm sure they're looking down and seeing this occur, and really happy to see that there's still a part of agricultural heritage happening right here in Little Silver. So the gardens, I think they went out in like 2 days. They were all gone. So I'm sure there'll be expansion plans in the future and more plots and more space for everybody. And we're here to help. And people asked me a couple of questions today, and I know a little bit about gardening, and so anybody ever needs help, we're certainly here to help.
And his dad's around. And
Yes, right.
He wanders the garden, so
Yes,
he'll be
he is.
glad to help.
He's opinionated.
Yes.
But anyway, thanks so much to everybody for having this come off. I wish you all the best of success. Lots of fruits and vegetables. You have a little excess. I know a place where you can sell it off. And but I'm sure you're all going to enjoy it as we get more and more into summer. So thank you all very much.
Right over here. Tyler started this out as an Eagle Scout project. Tyler lives in Red Bank. He didn't get his paperwork for his Eagle Scout project in time and already got into college. So we're pretty proud of that. But he did it anyway as a volunteer. And he built these 4 ADA accessible beds for us in his whatever free time he had between school and church and all the other things he does, all the activities he does. He made time for us and did it, and he dragged his dad into it too. And his grandmother lives over here in Alderbrook, so she's going to have one of the plots, as it turns out. We're fortunate. We still have 3 ADA accessible plots. One of them, Susan and I had talked to some people about. What we think we're going to do is temporarily plant it for lunch break. So we're going to put plants in there and donate those plants. And as people come along and want to use them for an ADA purpose, they'll be available. Jen Pardee, where's Jen? She drew and redrew. She's a designer. She drew and redrew again, and today she's redrawing yet again this garden. So we have so many CAD projections of this garden. We could make an art project out of it. Couldn't we? Like a time-lapse sequence. But it's finally done, and she's going to do that for us, and thank you. The New Jersey Youth Corps came in here and threw all this straw for us. They were volunteers. Susan found them. Susan found every volunteer. Anytime we needed volunteers, she sent out an e-blast. She sent out an email. You know, she really beat the bushes and got people going. Corky Johnson, where's Corky? Corky built us a kiosk. We didn't even realize how valuable that would be, but she got the idea and said, you're going to want to post the rules, you're going to want to have some things. If anyone has a gardening tip, we can put it in there. She built this kiosk, and she also had a very good idea. She said, let's put a hook on it in a bucket. So if somebody leaves their car keys, we'll just write lost and found on it. So you'll know where to find it. So we have a lost and found right there hanging on this kiosk. Take a look at the kiosk, because she did the artwork for it too inside. I didn't even realize that till this morning. I want to thank Parker Homestead and Mary Kay DeWinger gifted us compost bins. So when you pull out your weeds or you have things in your garden that you don't want, throw them in there, please. Jill Drummond donated a wheelbarrow. Thank you so much, because I have a wheelbarrow in here, but it has a hole in it, which it seems to hold dirt, but at least it doesn't hold rain. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. And there were so many other friends of the garden who helped to make this possible. They came to meetings, they helped us with the original plans, they spread hay, they shoveled dirt. We still need dirt shovelers. Anytime you're in here, if you have time, bring a shovel, grab one of our shovels, and start filling these bins. We're lining them with newspaper or brown bags and then piling the dirt in, and it's got to be almost up to the top. And the other person I'd like to thank is Susan Murray, because without her, I mean, we would text back and forth, we would call back and forth. I would start a project, she would start a project. She'd say, I'm here, oh my God. Oh, and the other day one of our hose pipes blew. And fortunately we knew where the shutoff valve was, so we got that all fixed. And I'd also like to thank Kevin Akey, who's been very patient throughout this. A big thanks to you. We have a master gardener here. Linda Goff is standing right behind Susan there in the gray t-shirt with the camera. If you have questions about gardening, don't ask me. I know fences, plumbing, hay, laying out of beds. I don't know anything about gardening. So ask Linda. You could ask Kevin, but he's probably going to be busy planting his own plot. So thank you all so very much. Go dig.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Bonnie says she doesn't know much about gardening, but she knows about getting it done.
Yes, you bet.
We have a scissors.
Community garden is open now for planting at Parker Homestead.
I didn't bring it, but I have it.
Great event.
All right.